Today, I want to share with you my daily journaling routine. Journaling is such a popular habit in the personal development community, and honestly, if you do your research on it, it's an amazing practice with so many benefits to your wellness and productivity. For a while, though, I struggled with forming this habit, so today I want to talk to you about why journaling is a great practice, what I struggled with specifically, and what I'm doing now that's working for me. So, first, let's talk about the benefits of a daily journaling practice because if you don't journal already, you may be missing out on a life changing habit here. Number one, journaling improves your health and helps you manage stress. A 15 to 20-minute journaling session a day has been shown over a period of months to reduce blood pressure, improve liver function, make you less likely to get sick, and can even help physical wounds heal faster. Number two, journaling makes you happier. Specifically, gratitude journaling every day has a positive impact on your mood that has been measured to make you 10% happier. And number three, journaling makes you more productive. When you write down your goals, you have a 42% greater chance of completing them. Getting things out of your head and onto paper helps organize your thoughts and ideas into actionable plans that you remember to prioritize and complete. So, for all of those reasons and more, I've been wanting to establish a daily journaling practice for myself, but I struggled with this for such a long time because the idea of getting a journal and staring at a blank page every day just didn't work for me. I felt like I needed guidance or direction, some form of structure to give my journaling purpose. But I knew what I wanted to get out of my journaling practice. I wanted a place where I could do daily gratitude journaling and get into alignment with my goals. Journaling does so much to help you with your mindset and clarity, and I felt like if I could start my day getting clear on my intention for the day, it would be a much more successful day overall. So, how did I end up establishing the practice? Well, I needed the right tool if I was going to be able to do this. And although there are many journals out there, even guided workbooks, I felt like the options were either too specific or too vague. So I designed my own, the High Vibe Bible. Now, initially, I was just using this as inserts for myself, but once I realized that the practice of journaling like this was changing my life and my productivity, I couldn't keep it to myself. So I turned it into a journal, which actually made my life easier and gave me the ability to share it with all of you as well. So this has been a little side passion project for me. I wanted this to be a tool that we could use to help manifest more of what we want for our lives. It's not a planner, it's a semi-guided journal. It's the first step of my productivity process for the day before I even touch my planner. So let me walk you through the High Vibe Bible and explain how I use the spreads to help me achieve all of the benefits of a daily journaling practice within the guided and intentional structure of this journal. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk through the spreads of the High Vibe Bible. It is intended to be a 90-day journal to raise your vibration and manifest your desires. So there are 3 months of spreads in here for you to use. So let's go ahead and break into this copy. You can see that it starts with how to use the journal. There are some quotes, and then it breaks into the weekly spreads and the daily spreads. And then at the end of each week, you have kind of like a summary page. And it goes on like this. I believe it's 5 weeks for every month. And then in between every month, there are some quotes just to break up the months for you. So here's like an example, and this moves on to another month and so on. So let's go ahead and just walk through the weekly spread. At the start of every week, you have this 2-page spread that helps you to get clear on your intentions for what you're manifesting for the week and how you're going to make it happen. So on all of the pages, you do have the ability to date the month and day. So you can just circle that, highlight it, whatever you need to do. Then you are asked to enter a mantra. So this could be like a traditional mantra if you're familiar with those, or an affirmation, a quote, something that you want to remember and repeat to yourself over and over to help you raise your vibration and get intentional about your week. Next, you have an area to journal what you're manifesting this week. So this is literally where you can just make a list of all the things that you want to accomplish for the week. So these can be things like projects you're working on, or they can be things that you're trying to manifest, like a new job opportunity. There's a lot of different ways that you can take this. It can be very literal as to the work you're working on, or things that you just want to bring into your life. So list out what you're manifesting here. And then if you know anything about manifestation, you know that the most important part, even more important than setting the intention for what you're manifesting, is how the manifestation will make you feel. So in this area, you're asked to sort of jump into the future when you have the manifestation and identify how that would make you feel if you achieved all of the things that you made on that list. Now, on the other side of the spread, it starts with how I'm raising my vibration. And this is where you can write down a few different strategies or things that you want to do during the week to help keep your vibration high. Now, just to clarify for anyone who doesn't understand what I mean when I say vibration, I mean your energy and your mood. So you're in a high vibration when you're happy and exuberant and just excited about life. You're in a low vibration if you're feeling depressed, low energy, not in a positive mood. That would be an example of a low vibration. So think about things that help you raise your vibration. For me, a lot of times it's like music and literally dancing around the house. So those will be things that I will have as part of my day, and I will list those sorts of things out here in this spread for how I want to raise my vibration that week. Next, there's an area to track signs and synchronicities. So depending on how woo-woo you are, one of the things that I personally believe happens when you are manifesting is that you begin to see signs or synchronicities. So a sign could be something that you either ask for or is just like a sign from the universe. A lot of times people think that certain types of birds are like signs that past loved ones are with them and things like that. But you can actually list out, like, if you want to see a certain sign, let's say you want to make a decision between going to a new job, let's say, using that example from earlier. Let's say you're trying to manifest a new job opportunity, but you're not sure where you want to go to work, right? Maybe you have more than one opportunity in front of you. You could actually list out at the start of the week, like, I want to see this sign if I should go with company A, and I want to see this sign if I should choose company B, right? So a lot of times we can ask for the signs for the universe to show us so that we feel like we're making the best decision for us if we're not sure. And then a word on synchronicities. Synchronicity is a term that usually refers to different types of signs or ideas that are spread amongst many people. So sometimes you may find that you had an idea for something and then you see something out in the real world that really reminds you of that. That's like a synchronicity that the universe is showing you that you should be pursuing that idea, right? So let me give you an example from like real life right in this moment as I'm filming this. It is 11:11 a.m. and I just saw it on my computer screen. And that to me is a sign or a synchronicity that I am in the right place right now. Like, I am on my path, I'm in the right place. So right now what I'm doing is exactly what I should be doing right now. So that is how you will use this signs and synchronicities area. I think that's so nuts that I got like one of my big signs while I was filming this. So clearly all of you watching were meant to see this walkthrough of High Vibe Bible. Now, finally, on this weekly spread, you have what looks like a habit tracker, and it absolutely can be a habit tracker. It says executing on this week. This is where I want you to list out a few different things that you might want to try to do, maybe habits you want to add into your week or practices that you think are very important. So for me, things that would go on this list would be meditation, actually filling out my gratitude journal in here, doing some sort of self-care, reading a book, maybe exercising. You could list out whatever it is that maybe is helping you raise your vibration or helping you to feel in line with what you're manifesting. Think about some different habits that you could list here, and then you check them off throughout the week, just like any other standard habit tracker. Okay, so that is the weekly spread, and then you get on to the dailies. So there is a page per day in this journal, which is just enough area for you, I think, to outline your thoughts and ideas and get into alignment and do your gratitude without being overkill. So again, at the start of every day, you've got the opportunity to select what day and month it is. And at the top of the page, there is a space for you to list out your gratitude. So what I'm grateful for today, literally, I fill this out like I am grateful for X. I am grateful for Y. That's like how I fill this out, but you can do whatever you want. This bottom section is really where you get a chance to journal, right? So you're doing your gratitude first, and then you can journal to align your thoughts and actions. So this is an opportunity for you to really think about your day before it begins and sort of map out your intention for the day. A lot of times I will go ahead and just kind of do a recap of what I want to happen for the day, like what I'm going to work on, what I hope happens, maybe something I know that's important for that day. Essentially, by taking some time to journal or set an intention for how I want my day to progress, you are much likelier to actually have your day progress that way, which is really awesome. I think it's a great way to start your day. So for every week, there are 7 of these spreads, or 7 of these individual pages. And then at the end of the week, you also have this bonus spread to sort of summarize what has happened for your week. So at the top, you can list out what manifested for you this week. So did you get the things that you asked for? Were you able to complete them? Maybe other things manifested that you weren't expecting. It's a really good idea to keep track of those things because a lot of times we don't think that manifestation is working because we're not tracking that stuff. And sometimes we ask for one thing and we get something else. So this is a really good opportunity for you to keep track of that. Next is your high point of the week. So what was a memory from the week that made you feel really high vibrational, was really the high point for you, something you want to remember, something you'd perhaps like to happen to you again in the future? This is an opportunity to identify that here. And then finally, what I've learned about myself. Now, personally, I feel like I learn new things about myself every day. So I could technically journal this every day. But at the end of the week, I feel like it would be a great practice for you to identify maybe something that you learned, maybe something that happened, something that was insightful to you, something that you maybe want to use in the future, remember in the future, so that you're able to act on it better or improve yourself or optimize yourself. This is where you can enter that. And again, it just goes through the weeks, again, starting with the weekly page and the dailies, ending with that weekly summary page, and on for 3 months. And then at the back, you have a few extra goodies as well. So the back has what I call high vibe lists. So this is 7 lists to help you clarify intentions and align with your high vibrational self. I don't know about you, I love lists. I think that they're a great way to sort of clarify thoughts and ideas, and also to help you remember things that you might often forget. So these are 7 lists that I highly recommend you make on a quarterly basis. So the first list is what I call gold mine. So these are goals that you're currently manifesting. So what are your goals that you're working on over this 90-day period? Things that you want to work on, list them here. Next is the wish list. So items I'm currently manifesting. So you think of a wish list as being, items that you want to purchase, but you can also manifest items as well. So if you put out into the universe that you need, I don't know, a really great new blazer for an event you're going to, maybe you've been shopping around and haven't found it, but then all of a sudden maybe your mother calls you and is like, oh my God, I found this vintage blazer that I think you'll love in my closet while I was cleaning it out. Bada bing, bada boom, you've just manifested something and didn't have to even pay for it. So there's so many times where just listing things out, you can actually manifest them as well. So that's your wish list for 90 days. Then your high vibe book list, books that you plan to read as well. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Next, quotes. So these are words of wisdom to reflect on. So if you hear any quotes during this period of time, this is a great way to list it out. You can also use this for your mantras and affirmations if you want to keep track of those. Then we come to strokes of genius. So these are ideas I've manifested. So you can manifest things that are not even real things. They can just be ideas or concepts that you've been thinking of. So what are things that maybe just popped into your mind? Or maybe there are some problems or issues that you want solutions for. You can list them out here and hopefully manifest those during the course of the journal. Next are high vibe rituals. So this is where you can focus on self-care practices to raise your vibration. So what I want you to do here is think about your self-care and how you will be practicing self-care over the 90-day period, and literally just list out a routine or practices and maybe the time frame or when you'll be doing each, maybe a weekly soak in the tub. Maybe you'll go to the gym 3 days a week. Maybe you will have a very specific like skincare routine. Whatever those are, those rituals will help you to raise your vibration and really take care of yourself. List them out here. And then the final list are charms. So everyday objects that raise my vibration. I don't know about you, but I have definite objects in my life, honestly, tons of them here in my office that I'm like looking at right now, that anytime I see them, they totally help me raise my vibration. I just look at them and I love them and they bring me peace and make me feel like successful or beautiful. And so I want you to think about what objects do that for you and list them out. And then of course, prioritize keeping them around you while you're working throughout your days. Where can you place these objects strategically to help you raise your vibration when you need it the most? So then the end is just an about me sort of thing. And that is your 90-day high vibe journal. So that is the High Vibe Bible and a peek into my daily journaling practice. If you're interested in getting a copy of the High Vibe Bible, I will leave a link down below in the description box where you can purchase yours off of Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could give this video a thumbs up and feel free to share it with anyone you know is interested in the practice of journaling or interested in starting their own journaling practice. Now, down below in the comments, I want to hear from you. Do you have a daily journaling practice, and what is your system or structure for journaling? I would love to hear about how you have implemented this habit successfully in your own life. For more of the behind the scenes of my productivity life and business, make sure you're following me on Instagram at MissTrenchcoat. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me. And until next time, bye-bye.